Hello and welcome to the ULAM Mating Decision Support tool. This is the introduction video. There'll be two other videos that we'll set aside this one as well, which will explain a couple of features, but this is the first video just to give you a bit of an introduction about how this tool has come about, the background to it, so you get a bit of an understanding about what it's based on. So the tool has been built based on the Australian Farm Optimisation model, which is a model developed by John Young and his son Michael. There was a model prior to that called MIDAS, which you might have heard of, which did a lot of has been used to do a lot of modelling over the years. It's now been modified and improved and to become AFO, or Australian Farm Optimisation model. So that model was the basis. We, as part of the project, this Joining ULAM project that's been funded by MLA as a collaboration between Murdoch University, Farming Systems Analysis Service and NextGen Agri. First job was to bring the biology that had been built over the last sort of decade, predominantly of Andrew Thompson's work and others, working closely with some key producers out there, Mujpin and others, that there had contributed data to a whole heap of sort of, I guess, analyses that have been completed over the years, and that was pulled together and sort of fed into the Australian Farm Optimisation model. I guess the novel thing about this project was we then used that model to feed into neural networks or artificial intelligence to develop a model that could run on your browser. So rather than having the big bioeconomic model running on your browser, which isn't that possible, we could run almost a digital twin of it that was based on machine learning. So we trained a neural network based on the model output so that you could feed in your individual farm scenario and get a result that was more, I guess, closer tied to what your result might, or to your farm. What is normally the case with decision support tools is we have to get it down to a few different scenarios, which sometimes might be close to your farm and other times might not be that similar at all. The beauty of this approach was that we could feed in lots and lots of different scenarios, then use the neural networks to sort of fill in the gaps between those scenarios, and so that we could have a tool that was, you were able to more closely mimic what was happening on your farm and therefore have a result that was more useful for you or more reliable for you. So I'm not going to go into any detail in this video. This is meant to be an introduction one. There's two separate videos. One will go into the management focus option, which is where the tool helps you decide whether you should be mating ULAMs or not, whether it's not a given that you'll make more money by mating ULAMs or joining ULAMs. So this tool, or this component of the tool, will help you make that decision and sort of define whether you'd be better off just doing a better job of your maiden ewes or your adult ewes, and there's more money in that, or easier, lower hanging fruit there. And then the second part of the tool is if you have made the decision to mate new lambs, how do you go about optimizing the management of that to make the most money? And so two different solutions, or two different answers that the tool can help you work through, and you can sort of go back and forth on those things to try and get a handle on whether it's going to be a profitable outcome for you. If you've got any questions on the tool, email the tools@mla.com.au email address, and someone will get back to you, and that's the place to go to. So we'll finish it up there. That's a quick introduction into the tool, and the next two videos, which you'll find next to where you found this one, will be detailing a bit more about how you use it and go into some much greater detail.